Alright, so what I got here is, I'm going to do a couple different vases. Now, one of these is going to be a collab with Jake Thompson, Southside Customs, I believe is what it is. But we will put his link over there to his channel. I'm going to pour this. We'll get it into pressure, and we'll get it off to him. And into my video, we'll put up a link for the video for him doing this one. So y'all can go over and check out and see what it did. So, going into the pressure pot's the last time you're going to see it here until Jake turns it over there. Good luck, Jake. So anyways, that one will probably be green. I've actually got some flow green warming up so that it's a little more pliable to use. And I'm going to use this apple green in it. And the one I'm doing is going to be a red, just red. Quite a few suggestions on, hey, do some red in one of those swamp stick ones. So what kind of wood this is, I don't know. I've also had comments on what kind of wood is swamp stick. I've never heard of it. Well, unknown species I found in the swamp. It's a stick, so swamp stick. And I might try a little bit of this interference red from Alumilite along with their red. So let's get that going here. So we're going to use the 2-to-1 Total Boat high performance epoxy resin with a slow hardener. Okay, so fluorescent green, a little bit of apple green. It don't matter which one I do, so I'm just going to do this one. And what I'm going to do is go about half of this, put this one in, and put the other half of that in. And whatever else I have left over, I've got, solo cups or with stuff in them. I'm a little worried about it floating, so I have tape just in case. I might not have enough, I don't know. And this is just for a little bit of a sparkly swirl and hopefully enhance the color. I think I'm going to be good unless they start floating. Now, hopefully when I put this in, it does the swirl, thins it out some so it isn't really concentrated. And things are floating. I see them. They're trying. Here they come. Well, we knew that was going to happen. Look at, they're escaping. I was somewhat prepared this time. I still need a foot on it, but that filled us right up. Top it off a little. And I'll put a piece of HDPE on the top to hold them down and get it in the pressure pot. All right, so change of plan. I'm going to go with this red instead of the interference red. I think up against the red dye, I don't think the interference red would work very well. So I'm going to put this red in, if I can get any of it out of here. And this is just kind of for a swirly effect. I'm going to put some more red in this. I already mixed that one up. Well, I got it all over now. And again, I'm going to have to move these around a little, I think. Red first, not that y'all can see because I'm in the way. And that's not mixed good enough. I see powder. These sticks didn't take up quite as much room, so I'm obviously going to need some more. Alright, so I'm going to mix up a little bit more, get it in the pressure pot, and then we'll get it on the lathe. Yeah, I'm almost there. Oh, this stuff's kind of punky. we'll get this rounded so it ain't hopping so bad, and we'll get a mortise. Can you guys see what's going on? Anywho, I'm going to finish straightening this out. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe just a swooping vase like so. I'm hoping these problems are only superficial right here. I'm not quite sure what to do with this one. And as soon as I get this smoothed out, I'm going to try to hit this with a bowl gouge and see if I can get a better cut than this. It's not really hopping too bad. I should be able to do it. Okay, well this is a bit wobbly. I'm not quite sure why. I'm hoping that's deep enough. And I'm hoping that it appears I'm cupped just enough that ain't touching. So I'm hoping I can hold on to this. Yeah, we should be alright. Anywho, I'm going to get this sanded up. I'm not sure. I might write pole barn in there if I can. I'm not real happy with that right there, so I might put some CA glue in it while I have it off. Oh, I got to go deeper. Alright, so I'm going to get that all done. I'm going to cut this deeper and not force you to watch it. And hopefully I can get that stabilized a little bit. And that way, because this is bugging me, it needs to be a better cut than that. Okay, so I am going to put the cellulose sanding sealer on. I'm going to do a couple coats just to try to seal this wood up. I'm going to use the abrasive paste, and then I'm going to clean this off with acetone, because I'm going to spray this with lacquer, and the oils and the wax and the abrasive paste won't allow the lacquer to adhere to it. This stuff is pretty hard, so I want to get it a little smoother than what it is, and I'll make sure she's sealed up. And I did manage to get pole barn in there. It's not great, but it's in there. Alright, now I'm going to take the excess off, a little bit of acetone so that my lacquer sticks to it. Alright, so slow as I can go is 100 RPMs. I'm going to use the lacquer. I'm going to give it a few coats. I'm going to make you watch one, and hopefully I don't get any runs. And I will let that dry. It looks a little thick in the center. Bam! Oh, too bad. Wow, that stuff's really hard. That is. I might have to mix up some resin. It's not going to really match, but there's a big hole in here too. That should turn out. I don't know about these. This one looks like it goes up to here. I might have to mix up some resin to get in, to fill in some of these. We'll see when I get there. Right now, I got to sharpen some tools. So I've reverted to a scraper. It seems to cut easier. I'm really leaning on that bowl gouge, so for right now, I'm just roughing this out and this is going to work. I do have to make some repairs. Quite a bit of repairs, as you can see. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Doesn't sound like any fun. Hopefully, Jake isn't having these problems, or doesn't have these problems. Kind of cool looking. whatever kind of wood that is. Almost resembles oak. It's pretty hard, that's all I know. Alright, so I have like 7 inches. I threw my Sharpie on the floor. I'm about 7 1/8 about the looks of it. Right about there is centerish. Mr. Higgins suggested break out the carbide. All I'm really wanting to do is try to get rid of that. Well, I might be able to get rid of most of that one. I have to fill those. I have to fill some of that. And hopefully I can get this tear out to go away. That's from using a scraper and the carbide cutter. Alright, so I think I can make that go away. That's going to be a problem right there. And I'm pretty sure it runs right down to here, or somewhere in that general vicinity. I got another hole there. One after it's another. Alright, so what I figured out was I'm going to use the fast set resin, the 2-to-1 epoxy fast set, and then I'm going to try and recreate that. You know it's never going to happen, but I'm going to try it. So I got the aluminite red. I'm just going to put a little bit on here, put it in there, and then a little bit of this one, the powder that I used, and we'll see how that works. That's what I've got, a little bit of the mica powder in there and the red. What I am going to do is I'm just going to dump it into these and then hit it with the little torch and see if I can get it to float on in there. This stuff sets up pretty quick, so. Anyways, you get the idea. This is going to take me a while. Wait for this to set up and then go from there, you know. See if I can touch some of these up with some super glue. Get this sanded up and we'll get into drilling a hole in this end. I don't like that either. Alright, well, now the fun part, I'm trying to get the inside of this. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I guess I could take it down a little bit more maybe. Yeah, let's see. okay to right about there, and it's just straight down from there, so I can't reach in any further. But I'm going to try to smooth this out a little bit better, get it sanded up, and we'll try to get a finish on it. Well, it's 350 with some 80 grit. Let's see if I can smooth that out in there. Maybe a new piece of 380 or 80 grit. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. Try to get rid of these chatters. See them? I don't know if you can see them. I think you can see them right there. But I'm going to try to get rid of all that, get it sanded, and we'll see if we can get a finish on it. So I'm just going to try to seal it up, and we'll go from there. I'm going to run the axe, and then I'm going to clean it off with, well, I'm going to try to use denatured alcohol. Probably not a good idea, but that's what I'm going to do so the lacquer sticks to the outside of it. The inside, I'm going to coat with resin to seal it. Well, it's a little more translucent than what it was. All right. Really changed how it looks, didn't it? There you go. Where you guys going? Why are you falling down? You're supposed to be up here. There you go. Let's see how that looks a little better with light in it. That's what I gotta fix right there. You see it. So, just an air pocket in there. But okay, I'm going to get this cleaned off and then break out the lacquer. Okay, I'll wipe this down with denatured alcohol. Hopefully get all of that off of there. So my finish actually sticks to it this time. That looks good wet. It'll look really good with the clear lacquer on it. Alright, 100 RPMs. We're going to start from over there. I'm going to hit that so I don't have any overspray on it. We're going to go this way, and just over the edge. I don't really want to put any on the inside because I'm going to coat that with resin. Alright, so it's been drying a couple hours or so, however long it takes for Wayne the Woodturner's live feed to go on Monday nights. So now that it's over, I'm back out here. I'm going to put the second coat on it. And right now I'm just taking up all the air, and that comes up, sometimes leaves little nipples on here. And I'm just knocking them off. We'll put another coat on, and we'll just build the coats until we get it sealed up and looking like glass. Yep, and again, 100 RPMs. And we're just going to keep it wet on the back side this way as we go across. But I gotta move around so I can catch that glare of it. Gun's plugged up. I shouldn't have that white line out front. That's overspray. Because I got too much air and not enough material coming out. I'm not sure why. All right, now I'm gonna put this one on while it's wet. It's not real wet, but it's wet. It was just a bit too thick in here. I didn't thin it enough. It's a guessing game, you know. That's more better. That's a little better. I had to break out the big guns to get a better finish on it. Apparently I wasn't pushing enough through, so I broke out the real paint gun to do this. And I got a nice finish on it now. So I'm gonna let this set up and cure, and then we'll get to sealing the inside of it. I'm gonna fix that hole in there. I'm not gonna make you watch it. And yeah, then we'll get it over there, and look at it, talk at it a little more. And we'll put all the links up, shoot you over to Jake to see what he did with his half of this project. Mixed up a little bit of Tabletop Epoxy just to seal this, so to speak, waterproof. So anyways, I only mixed up 10 and 10. It's a 1-to-1 mix. I am going to pour it in here and then just paint it on with the paintbrush. I don't really want too much because it's going to keep running back down. So, but the idea is to just come up around the edge here and seal everything. So anyways, you get the idea. I can't see what I'm doing with you guys in the way, and you can't see what I'm doing with my hand in the way. So we'll be back when it's all done. Looks like I hit everything down in there. And we'll let it just sit. This stuff flows, levels out, and most of those bubbles down in there should pop. And this seals up all the wood, seals the bottom. It should be watertight. Go check out Jake, Northside Customs. I'll leave his link. Well, his link was earlier, so I'll put the link for the video at the end in the pictures. So we're going to stick Jake right up here on the board. And y'all can scooch over and see how he did on the other half of this. You know, it is what it is. It's not perfect. It must have some moisture or something in it. I don't know what's going on with the finish after. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's got. I'm not sure what's coming out of it, so I'll let it cure up a little bit more, and I'll probably put another coat of lacquer on it because I'm not quite happy with that finish at the moment. It looked good yesterday. But anyways, there it is in red. I will put a light in it because everybody wanted me to put a light in the blue one. We did put a light in the blue one, I just didn't show you. So I'll set a light in this so y'all can see what it looks like with a light in it. But it was supposed to be a vase, not a light. So swamp stick in red as suggested, and we'll put a light in it as suggested. So, you know, thumbs up or thumbs down. Go on over, see what Jake did with his half of it. The link for that video is coming up real soon. I don't know what else to say to him about it. I had some problems. I tried to keep it all in there. After a day, I'm not real happy with the finish on it, so I will probably do that, redo that. I got some other projects coming up. I got a pile of stickers to put on this board. They'll most likely all be up there because they weren't sent to me by those people, but by somebody else. So we'll get around to it. How's that? We'll see you all next week. Go check out Jake.